Hey everyone, Last Man here. Today we're gonna be diving into the top upcoming games of 2025, but before that, a quick heads up. First, I'm not gonna be talking about any remake or remasters, cause as much as we love nostalgia, we're just focusing on fresh content. And second, early access releases are out of this video because at the end of the day, we don't really know when those games are gonna be coming out, at least most of them. So yeah, with that said, let's dive straight into the top upcoming games of 2025 that you should know about. After 7 years, Dynasty Warriors Origins is returning to the battlefield, taking us back to its classic roots. This time, you step into the shoes of a nameless warrior during the turbulent late Eastern Han period. Think of it as Game of Thrones, but with more swords and mayhem. The signature 1 vs 1000 combat is back, so get ready to mow down armies like you're cutting grass. With the weapon-specific skills and the ever-satisfying Musou attacks, you'll be a one-person wrecking crew. After less than a stellar Dynasty Warriors 9, Koei Tecmo is aiming for a comeback bigger than Robert Downey Jr. Mark your calendars for February 6th, strategy games enjoyers. Because Civilization 7 is set to conquer your free time. Sid Meier's iconic strategy series is back. It's shaking things up more than a snow globe in an earthquake. The game is divided into 3 extensive areas: Antiquity, Exploration and Modern. You can switch civilization and leaders at the start of each age, so if you ever wanted to see Gandhi lead Vikings, your bizarre wish is granted. Rivers are now navigable, which means you can channel your inner Viking sail right into the enemy territory. New units like commanders can turn the tide of war, adding another layer to your world domination plans. Just remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Or not, it's your civilization after all. Get ready to step back into the boots of Henry in Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2. Set to release on February 11th, this sequel promises more medieval intrigue than a season of The Crown. Combat has been refined to be more accessible, so you won't need a PhD in sword fighting to take down your foes. New weapons like crossbow and early firearms are joining the fray, adding some boom to your bang. With over 5 hours of cinematic, this one is going to pull you deeper than a Netflix binge. Valentine's Day just got a lot more exciting with the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Set in Japan during the Edo period, it's the setting fans have always been dreaming of since Ezio hung up his hood. You'll play as Na, a shinobi assassin, and Yasuke, the legendary Black Samurai. It's like Naruto meets Afro Samurai, but are we here for it? The game blends stealth and combat, letting you choose between sneaking around like a ninja or going full samurai, slicing through enemies like you're in an action movie. But here's the real question: do you trust Ubisoft after their recent track record? Because I'm over here like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Well, you know how it goes. From Obsidian Entertainment comes Avowed, a first-person RPG set in the Pillars of Eternity universe. Dual-wield magic and weapons in a combat system that lets you mix and match your art's content. Ever wanted to wield 2 spells at once? Now you can, while feeling like Doctor Strange on steroids. Choices matter here, so think before you act, or don't, and see what chaos brings. With Obsidian's reputation for storytelling, expect a narrative that'll keep you hooked longer than your Wi-Fi during a storm. Capcom is back with Monster Hunter Wilds, set to release on February the 28th. Get ready to track and take down colossal beasts in a new, mysterious land. It's like Jurassic Park, but you are the T-Rex. While no new weapon types are introduced, existing ones have been fine-tuned. So basically the same formula applies. Kill stuff, craft stuff, and enjoy the ride. Atomfall is a survival action game that feels like the British cousin of Fallout, set in a fictional village after a nuclear incident. It's the perfect setting for tea, crumpets, and mutants. You'll scavenge for weapons that look like they were designed by a sleep-deprived mad scientist. But hey, they get the job done. With a focus on exploration and problem-solving, it's less about shooting first, more about using your head. Dry British humor, it's all over the town, so expect sarcasm sharper than a double-edged sword. Buckle up, because it's time to save the queen, or what's left of her. From the creators of This War of Mine comes The Alters, a game where you manage multiple versions of yourself. I guess I finally have a chance to prove that even my alternate self can't get it together. Stranded on a hostile planet, you clone yourself to survive. Each alter has a different skills and personalities based on life choices. It's like The Sims meets Multiplicity, but with more existential dread. Balancing third-person adventure with base management, this game asks the question, you can get along with yourself, who can you get along with? From Ken Levine, the mind behind Bioshock, comes Judas, set on a spaceship carrying humanity's last hope. You play as Judas, breaking free from the control to spark a revolution. With narrative Legos, the story assembles based on your choices. So every playthrough is as unique as a snowflake. Well, assuming that Snowflake is plotting a mutiny. If you loved the moral dilemmas of Bioshock, this game's promise is to twist your mind like a pretzel. Crimson Desert aims to blend the open-world grandeur of The Witcher 3 with the anything-goes chaos of Grand Theft Auto. Set in a war-torn fantasy world, you'll engage in combat that mixes swords with magic and martial arts. It's kinda like if Geralt decided to take up Kung Fu after binge-watching old Bruce Lee movies. The game is single-player and narrative-driven, so you can immerse yourself without worrying about some random player ruining your epic quest by teabagging your character. Hideo Kojima is back with Death Stranding 2 on the beach, and if you thought the first game was a head-scratcher, well, get ready for more walking, packages, and babies in pods. Sam Bridges return, facing new challenges in a world that's somehow even weirder. It's like Kojima took all the unused ideas from the first game and said, yeah, why not, let's double down. Expect stunning visuals, a haunting soundtrack, and a storyline that will have you watching theory videos on YouTube at 3 AM. Hell meets medieval in Dune, The Dark Ages. Pair your big freaking gun with a shield, because nothing says medieval combat like slashing apart demons who look like they lost a fight with a meat grinder. New weapons like the flail and shield so bring fresh way to rip and tear. Plus mech battles and dragon riding are on the menu, or however weird it might seem, but yes, they are on the menu. The bold new direction for the franchise, but if anyone can pull off medieval mechs and dragons, I guess it's the Doom guy. Inspired by Annihilation, Hell is Us is a sci-fi game that blends melee combat with supernatural elements. As Remy, you navigate a war-torn country filled with creatures that can be killed with conventional weapons, so time to break out the ancient arsenal. It's eerie, atmospheric, and it might just make you sleep with the lights on. Next up is Ghost of Yotei, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. That 300 years later, you play as Atsuko, who can dual-wield katanas. So double the blades, double the fun. Explore new regions, engage in intense sword fights, and soak in the breathtaking visual that the Sucker Punch is known for. If you love the first game, well, time to get back on the horse, cause this is a no-brainer. The looter shooter returns with Borderlands 4, taking us on a new planet with even more guns, because 70 million wasn't enough. Picking up after Borderlands 3, expect over-the-top action, sarcastic humor, and Claptrap probably doing something annoying. Gearbox needs a win, and fans are hoping this is it. The beloved Fable series is making a comeback, and it's about time. Developed by Playground Games, new Fable promises the wisdom and morality-based choices that made the original great. There's not much details yet, but expect a lush open world, British humor, and the ability to be as good or evil as you fancy. Launching in early 2025, Dune Awakening is an open-world survival MMO set on the unforgiving sands of Arrakis. Developed by Funcom, The minds behind Conan Exiles. This game drops you into a desert where the spice must flow, or you won't. You'll start as a nobody, trying to survive harsh environments, deadly creatures, and other players who probably won't hesitate to steal your water. It's like Mad Max meets Star Wars. Survival is key, manage your water, avoid the sun, and definitely watch your step. Those sandworms, don't care if you're the chosen one. If this game delivers, it could be a huge hit for the MMO genre. Ever dream of being trapped inside your own imagination? That dream becomes a wild nightmare. Play as Mio and Zoe, two writers stuck in their own stories, battling weird mind-boggling creations, solving puzzles, and navigating insane plot twists. It's a cop chaos where your creativity and your friendship are put to the ultimate test. Plus, with the Friends Pass, you can drag your buddy into the madness for free. Are you ready to write your way out? From Software is back, proving yet again they love watching us suffer, but this time in the dark. Elden Ring, Nightreign is here to test your friendships, your reflexes, and your ability to dodge roll through life. With 8 unique heroes, it's like a superhero team-up, but everyone's having a bad day. The shrinking map makes sure that you can't just run away. Every fight it's bound to be compelling and rage-worthy enough to just let you keep smashing your head against the wall until you break it. Launching in 2025 on all major platforms, the game is set to give a new tone to the franchise. It's definitely something that could give a fresh spin to the genre. And lastly, Rockstar returns with Grand Theft Auto 6, set in the fictional state of Leonida, based on Florida. Expect crazy weather, crazier characters, and alligators, lots of alligators. You play as Lucia and her partner in a crime saga that could be as epic as it is controversial. Social media elements are included, so you can commit crimes and go viral. Get ready for the game that will consume your life and possibly get you on a watchlist. So there you have it. This is the top upcoming games of 2025. Let's cross our fingers nothing gets delayed or turns out to be as disappointing as my attempt at finishing Elden Ring without rage quitting. But hey, hope springs eternal, especially for GTA 6. Rockstar, if you're listening, don't let us down please, our hearts and memes can't take it. So what game are you most hyped for? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, it would be lovely if you could subscribe and smash the like button rather than I smash my controller during boss fights. Until next time gamers, have a good one and peace!